Welcome to the video, and the video is what is a programming language. Programming language. Okay, now let's start with the example. Suppose here there is a guy. There is a guy, and he has a servant. This is servant. Now this guy is a servant, so he will do whatever this guy says. Let's suppose this guy says to this guy, bring me a cup of coffee. So this guy will bring a cup of coffee for him. And suppose this guy says to this guy, make me a sandwich. So this guy will make him a sandwich. So whatever this guy says, he has to do it because he is servant. Now let's suppose this guy doesn't understand English. He understands language Chinese. And this guy speaks English. Now if this guy says to his servant, bring me a cup of coffee, this guy won't do anything because he doesn't understand English. He only understands Chinese. So in order to get work done by a servant, this guy has to learn Chinese. That is, this guy has to learn a language which his servant knows. That is Chinese. Okay. Now let's take case of computer. This is my computer, and this is some guy who owns this computer. So now here in this case, computer is our servant. Computer is servant because computer can do lot many things very fast, which a human being can't do. For example, calculations. 2 into 33 into 49 divided by 26, it can do in microseconds. But the problem is, if we order computer to do something, it won't do it because it doesn't understand English language. So in order to get work done by computer, we have to speak to him in a language which computer understands, and those languages are known as programming language. These are the language that computer understands. Unfortunately, computer doesn't understand English language, so we have to speak to computer to get our work done in a language which computer understands, and that is known as programming language. To make it more clear, let us take another example. Let's say here is a let's say this is a teacher, high school teacher, and this is a student teacher, and this student has this computer with him, and this computer is hidden from teacher, so only student knows that he has got this computer. Teacher can't see this computer. So teacher says to student that today I'm going to take your maths test. So she says to his student, whatever number I give you, say x, you have to multiply it by 36, then 21, then add 96 into it and divide by 12 and give me back the result. And teacher also says that you have to do this in 5 seconds. Now what student thinks that I can get this done by my computer, because teacher doesn't know the student has this computer. So now the problem is the student has to explain the same thing that teacher told him somehow. For example, student will say to computer that if I give you any number, you quickly multiply it by 36, then 21, then add 96 and divide it by 12 and give me back the answer. But the problem is computer doesn't understand English. This guy can't go to computer and say, hello Mr. Computer, can you do this for me? And here the programming language comes. This student has to tell the same thing that his teacher told him English in programming language. Okay, so once student tells this thing to computer in programming language, so computer on a computer screen, the student writes something in programming language and pass it to computer, and then computer on computer screen there opens a bar. So let's say teacher gives him number x equal to 21. Student stealthily passes this number to computer, and computer gives back the answer. So this is how the student got his work done by his servant or computer, by telling him the problem in programming language. So that's where programming language can help. You can get any work done by computer, which all the computer can do, although computer can't bring you a coffee. For example, if you know very good programming language, you can tell computer to whatever site I visit, you capture images from it and store it in one folder. So any work you think that computer is capable to do, you can get it done if you know programming language. Some of programming languages are Java, C++, Visual Basic. So these are the language that computer understand, and English, Chinese, Japanese are language which human understands. So we will learn more in our next video. Thank you.